Hi everyone, my name is Maddie Wood, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why we should bring back extinct species. The Earth is currently going through its sixth mass extinction, and it's the largest in history. The most recent mass extinction event occurred 60 million years ago when an asteroid hit Earth and wiped out the dinosaurs. The second largest event occurred 252 million years ago when volcanic activity wiped out 95% of life on Earth. However, the mass extinction event we face today is unique, as it was created by only a single species, humans. Even though it may appear that humans rule the world, we are but one of the many living things that call Earth home. We contribute to a variety of ecosystems, and these ecosystems sustain us in return. It's important to understand that without certain plants and animals, our food, materials, and even breathable air would disappear. With every species that becomes extinct, the Earth dwindles closer to an uninhabitable home for humans. As a biology major at Cal Poly, I've learned a lot about ecology and the impact humans are having on the Earth species. However, genetics classes have given me some insight to possible solutions on this issue. The conservation of critical species should be facilitated by humans using cloning and surrogate techniques to prevent further degradation of Earth's biological health. By understanding why species should be conserved, how we can bring back extinct species, and examples of how this is already being done, it can be better understood why it is up to humans to bring back extinct species. So first, why should we worry about species going extinct? Ecosystems are fragile and rely on the complex network of living things within them to remain healthy. When species disappear, the stability of Earth and its ecosystems and processes are at stake. Earth is currently facing the largest mass extinction event in history due to human activity. Dr. Katie Collins determined through her research that the current rate of extinction is between 100 and 1,000 times higher than the pre-human background rate of extinction. Humans have already transformed over 70% of land surfaces and are using about 3/4 of freshwater resources. This leads to the degradation of soil, pollution of water, deforestation, and overall loss of biodiversity. Plants and animals are being driven from their natural habitats or simply not surviving due to these changing conditions. Declining health of Earth's ecosystems is going to negatively impact humans. The disappearance of plants impacts fresh water access. An example of this is given by the Wilderness Society, and it's that forests create a water treatment network that catches rainfall. This regulates storm runoff and puts pollutants from the soil rather than allowing them to make it back to streams and rivers. Tens of millions of people rely on forests as an intermediary to filter their drinking water. When those forests are depleted by being logged or cleared by factory farming, it severely weakens the safety net. Some trees, like pines and cedars, are exceptionally good at filtering out water, but losing these species would be detrimental to freshwater access. The loss of pollinators could impact our ability to grow food. According to the Wilderness Society, plants that depend on pollination account for 35% of global crop production volume. The decline of bats, bees, butterflies, all this will decrease our ability to grow food and materials. Losing species exceptionally or exponentially decreases the likelihood of reversing climate change. As trees get cut down and soil is degraded, areas that used to trap carbon now will emit carbon. Losing species like bamboo, for example, a tree that absorbs the most carbon by 35% and also emits the most oxygen, would be detrimental to the possibility of cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions in the future. However, scientists have found ways to bring back important species and preserve those at risk of extinction. Using DNA manipulation techniques, critically endangered species can be cloned, and extinct species can even be brought back using surrogate techniques. A counter-argument to bringing back extinct species is that humans should not play God. Humans should not control which species live or die. However, because humans were the cause of this extinction in the first place, it is reasonable to also be a part of the solution. By bringing back species that we extinct, we are merely returning Earth to its state prior to human intervention. Another counter-argument is that many people believe that extinct species shouldn't be brought back because things like dinosaurs, for example, could actually just put humans in danger. There's no doubt that bringing back animals like a megalodon or velociraptor would cause issues for already existing species. However, it's impossible to bring these species back because the half-life of DNA, which is 521 years, means that it's ideally preserved conditions DNA becomes effectively unreadable after 1.5 million years, which is beyond when the dinosaurs existed. So only species important to the current health of the world's ecosystems would be brought back, and only recent species would even be able to be brought back. Species that have a fighting chance in the current habitat or climate, or in a healthier habitat or climate, should be conserved. An unlikely candidate for de-extinction, for example, would be the river dolphin because its habitat is full of pollutants. However, a better candidate might be the Tasmanian devil because it was hunted to extinction, but its habitat still exists. De-extinction efforts have already commenced. For example, attempts to bring back the woolly mammoth have already been done and are continuing to evolve. This would help reduce future climate change. The company Colossal is mixing Asian elephant and woolly mammoth DNA to create a hybrid mixture that would live in Arctic climates, so cold climates, essentially cold proofing an elephant. The goal is to turn the mossy tundra into grassy steppes, and this would slow the melting of the Arctic permafrost. Understanding how to de-extinct species could also help in the future when vital species for human survival are at risk. For example, losing honeybees would be absolutely detrimental to the long-term survival of humans. Humans have used honey for medicinal purposes for thousands of years. Bees are in the second trophic level. This means that they are just above producers. So being in this low level means that they sustain a significant amount of species above them, as well as contribute to the health of the species in the trophic level below them. Finally, bees are vital pollinators, and they visit 90% of our top 100 crops. So they're very important for food production. The conservation of critical species should be facilitated by humans using cloning and surrogate techniques to prevent further degradation of Earth's biological health. Species should be conserved to preserve the Earth's fragile ecosystem, and the decline of which would negatively impact humans. In addition, it's up to humans to bring back critical species as we were the ones to create a mass extinction in the first place. Lastly, efforts to bring back species like the woolly mammoth prove that it's possible and important to de-extinct species. Humans are responsible for Earth's largest mass extinction event, and that is why it is up to us to return previously thriving species to their full glory. To support these efforts, partaking in Earth-healthy activities is critical. For example, reducing, reusing, and recycling, using less water, decreasing carbon footprints, cleaning up pollution are all great ways to ensure that extinct animals, when they are brought back, will have a healthy habitat to come back to. Being one of the many citizens of Earth means that we have a responsibility to take action. Healthy ecosystems have an equal amount of giving and taking. Therefore, we must make sure that after all we've taken, we are attempting to contribute back and keep Earth healthy.